3 6 Mafia are legends in Memphis, but a lot of rap fans have no idea about their wild beef with Yo Gotti that almost turned deadly. Yo Gotti might be one of the biggest names in Memphis today, but 3 6 Mafia were the ones who put the city on the map in the rap game. That's why everyone thought it was crazy when Yo Gotti started dissing them. 3 6 Mafia dropped their first album in '95, but they'd been making noise for years before that. DJ Paul, Juicy J, and Lord Infamous had been grinding since the late '80s. Then in the '90s, they added Crunchy Black, Hoops to Nika, and Gangsta Boo, officially forming 3 6 Mafia. One thing you gotta understand is that back then, Memphis didn't really have a rap scene at all. 8 Ball and MJG were running the underground, kicking the doors open for the city, but 3 6 Mafia were the first ones to really put Memphis in the spotlight. Meanwhile, Yo Gotti started rapping in the '90s too when he was just 14, going by the name Lil Yo, but at that time, he wasn't making any noise outside the local streets. By the time Gotti was finding his sound, 3 6 Mafia were already taking over the South. In 1997, they dropped Chapter 2, World Domination, and sold over 800,000 copies. DJ Paul and Juicy J started Hypnotize Camp Posse, putting other Memphis artists on. They also dropped Crazy to Last Days with Lord Infamous, project that completely shifted the sound of Southern rap. 3 6 were innovators, mixing horrorcore vibes with gritty trap energy long before it was mainstream. They started going platinum, and in 2006, 3 6 Mafia became the first rap group to ever win an Oscar for Best Original Song with It's Hard Out Here for a Pimp. They carried Memphis on their back, and the city showed them nothing but love for it. But behind the scenes, tension was building. Yo Gotti changed his name from Lil Yo and dropped from Da Dope Game 2, Da Rap Game in 2000, and the streets were rocking with it. That project turned Gotti into one of the hottest names coming out of Memphis. But his beef with 3 6 Mafia allegedly started when he began calling himself the King of Memphis. 3 6 didn't like that at all, especially because they'd already put years into building the city's name. What's wild is that 3 6 Mafia almost signed Yo Gotti before all the drama. After Gotti dropped from Da Dope Game 2, Da Rap Game in 2000, his buzz in Memphis was crazy. Project Pat, Juicy J's older brother, heard Gotti's music and told Juicy J and DJ Paul they should sign him. The crew actually set up a meeting with Gotti, and 3 6 allegedly offered him a deal. But Gotti turned it down. He was chasing a bigger bag from another label. That other deal ended up falling through though. So a few months later, Gotti came back around and tried to get a contract from 3 6 again. But by that time, the group felt disrespected. They didn't like how he tried to play them the first time, so they told him to kick rocks. That's when the tension officially started heating up. At first, there weren't any diss records, just cold energy and slick talk. Gotti kept dropping new projects, but he started feeling like Memphis radio stations weren't showing him love. Word is, he threw some shade at 3 6 Mafia during an interview, saying Memphis wasn't supporting their own. That's when the quiet tension turned into a real rap beef. 3 6 Mafia felt like Gotti was trying to bite the hand that fed the whole city, and Gotti felt like they were gatekeeping, blocking his shine. What started as competition between Memphis legends was about to turn into one of the city's most dangerous rivalries.
You hear me? Fuck them niggas, man. Them niggas ran so much dick, them niggas should be pregnant. You hear me? For real.
But according to some people, Gotti was already throwing subliminals at 3 6 on his second album when he rapped, "So much respect for the M. I ain't gonna say I'm the king, but I'ma leave it for the fans if you know what I mean." So I jump into the rap game asking for suggestions, blessings. None of these niggas answer my questions, and I give a fuck about a deal. Fuck, I'm still in the North. Then DJ Paul from 3 6 allegedly fired back on Back the Fuck Up, saying, "Now all of a sudden, everybody want to be on Hypnotize Minds or Hypnotize Camp Posse. You know niggas want to diss me and talk shit. I showed half of these niggas how to stay on beat. You know what I'm talking about, but it's cool though. We can play if you want to play." After 3 6 told Gotti they weren't signing him, Yo Gotti ended up linking with another Memphis rapper named Kia Shine. But that move only poured more gas on the fire because Kia Shine already had beef with 3 6 Mafia. One time, the two camps ran into each other at a record store, and 3 6 allegedly clowned Kia Shine so bad they laughed him out the building. Nobody's exactly sure how the beef between Kia Shine and 3 6 started, but when Hypnotize Camp Posse dropped a tape, they allegedly sent disses toward Kia Shine's Rap Hustlas label. After that, both sides were firing shots in songs and interviews. DJ Paul later said the beef with Gotti really came from Kia Shine, that Gotti basically inherited the tension when he teamed up with him. Paul said he'd always been cool with Gotti's people, but once Gotti started rocking with Kia Shine, it was up. From there, Gotti started dropping direct shots at 3 6 on records like What's Up, where he rapped, "What up 3 6? No, you don't like me. What up FZ? want to indict me? What up, TV? Cut the check, pimp. What up, Cash Money? It's our year, Slim 3-6. Mafia came right back at him with Heat 2. On the Stay Fly remix, DJ Paul spit, DJ Paul, it's official, the king of the town. Some clown tried to grab my crown, I hit him, made him put it down. I represent the M and I do it better than him. And they hate me because I'm a platinum artist and I'm a movie star. Nigga, get your weight up. Now wait, don't come for me. Y'all signed to people you don't even know. I own my company, but it wasn't just tracks. 3-6 was sending smoke in real life too. Crunchy Black went viral after clowning Yo Gotti in a video, saying he didn't have any love in Memphis and that the streets weren't rocking with him like he thought.
I didn't really go out looking for enemies. I just was a badass. You know, we grew up gang banging, so we didn't really go out and look for somebody, but you know, we was always into some bad shit.
According to rumors, Yo Gotti and his crew were so heated about the Crunchy Black video that they allegedly sent shooters to slide on 3-6. Yo Gotti, his brother Big Jook, and the whole CMG team have been tied to a few different shootings and alleged murders over the years, so people believed it could have happened. But there's never been any real evidence proving they tried to take out someone from 3-6 Mafia. What did happen, though, was Crunchy Black getting shot in the face back in 2012, and that's when everyone immediately started pointing fingers at Gotti's camp. But Crunchy later cleared the air in an interview with DJ Vlad, saying the whole situation had nothing to do with Yo Gotti at all. By that time, he had already left 3-6 Mafia and was living out in Las Vegas. He admitted he was deep into drugs then and had started robbing a crew he met out there. That move backfired, and that's what led to him getting shot, not some rap beef with Gotti.
I took some shit because he was on drugs, and I took a lot of drugs for him to be straight. No, it really wasn't helping him out, but I did it anyway.
The rumor that Yo Gotti and his crew stood on 3-6 is still floating around, but Project Pat made it clear Gotti never really wanted smoke with them. Pat, Juicy J's brother, and a true OG in Memphis rap, was in the trenches for real. He'd been booked multiple times on robbery and gun charges, so when he spoke, people listened. After Yo Gotti dropped his track Touchdown in 2010, dissing 3-6 Project, Pat clapped back hard on the radio. According to Pat, when he got out of jail, some of Gotti's goons hit him up, saying they weren't trying to beef, they wanted peace. But when Pat pressed Gotti about the disrespect, Gotti tried to play it cool, acting like it wasn't serious. Then, not long after Gotti turned around and kept the drama alive, taking more shots. 3-6 and Gotti had been going back and forth for years, but Touchdown stamped the beef in blood. The record didn't just come for 3-6, it came for V/2, another Memphis rapper tied to the group. V/ and Gotti had been cool, but when they fell out, Gotti went for everybody's neck on that track. He rapped "You ain't a real nay," that's something you wouldn't understand. But if it weren't for my homeboys and it weren't for my fans, I would have been clicked on you, Nas doing a quarter off in the can. Then he doubled down, throwing direct shots at Juicy J and Project Pat. Gang banging your neighborhood, but around me wouldn't even throw up your set. Nas do anything for a check. Okay, that's cool. But don't F around and let Project Pat or Juicy J get your ass wet. Now, Gotti might have been the king of North Memphis in his eyes, but Juicy J and Project Pat were from the same side, and they weren't backing down. The Mafia allegedly fired back with the record North Memphis Like Me, where
I was in the airport at LA, and Gotti walked up to me. I was eating. And a guy that walked over to me and said, "What's up?" And then he sat down, we talked for a while, you know, posted a picture on online and on social media. And from that point, you know, it was cool. And I was always cool with like all of his boys. Like I'm real cool with a lot of his boys.
They chopped it up for a while, and after that it was all good. But right after 3-6 and Gotti finally squashed their beef, 3-6 got dragged right back into the middle of Gotti's new drama with young Dolph. Once Dolph and Yo Gotti started throwing shots at each other, Dolph called Gotti out for hating on 3-6 Mafia, the same group that put Memphis on the map in the first place. Crunchy Black did a radio interview around that time and said he was cool with Gotti, but he couldn't lie about what Dolph was saying. Crunchy Black said, Yo Gotti did a lot of hating, and when the interviewer asked whose side he was on, Crunchy didn't hesitate. He said he was rocking with young Dolph over Gotti.
Since you're a part of one of the legend groups of the South, who would you go with? Who would you stamp? Young Dolph, or are you stamping Gotti?
I'm going to stamp Young Dolph, man. You know what I'm talking about?
DJ Paul talked about the Dolph and Gotti beef with Vlad and said he never thought it would reach a point where anybody would actually get hurt. 3-6 and Yo Gotti had beef for years without anyone getting killed, so Paul figured Dolph and Gotti would eventually squash it too.